This week's edition of the House of Da Vinci is brought to you once again by Diet Water. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. And as you fall into the autumn equinox this coming weekend, make sure during the equinox you keep equilibrium, right? By keeping yourself well hydrated. And the best way to do that is with that one product that has all of that great water taste, but still only half of those dreaded water calories. The one, the only, Diet Water. This product's only available in stores where it's sold. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are time zone wise on this island Earth. This is Kentucky Hawkeye, KY Hawkeye, your host here in Hawkeye's Old Time Gaming Emporium. It is Monday night, which means Bonbon's behind the counter are half price. Bonnie's behind the counter to help us out again tonight as we go further into this interesting puzzle escape roomish kind of game called the House of Da Vinci.
Yeah. It seems we've made our way out of the House of Da Vinci for now, and we are descending the bell tower. Yes, descending. We entered basically through the roof. I forget the name of the bell tower again. We might come across it later.
It'll show it to us.
But yeah.
So you're saying this game's through the roof so far?
It sent us through the roof. Into the tank and up through the sky.
Dad jokes provided by your father.
Yeah. I mean, we know where he gets some of his material.
All right.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to read because of the color.
So we've had that big room with that astrolabe and everything, but kind of an interesting way how we ended.
Yeah, the stairs rotted out from under us. We sort of woke up, and there were a bunch of dudes in red robes standing on the balconies above us.
And they were kind of like phasing in and phasing out.
Yeah, so either we are phasing in and out of consciousness, or there is a cult after us.
Mm-hmm.
These possibilities are not exclusive.
Or maybe it's a phasing cult that's after us.
Who knows?
Yeah. Well, only one way to find out.
I mean, our abilities are already breaking time.
Yeah. All right, so without any further ado, since we used all the ado making dinner last night, let's go ahead and get things started.
Alright.
Loading. Okay.
So yeah, right up there were a bunch of these dudes in fancy red robes.
Mm-hmm. Almost like monk robes, but not quite.
And they decided we weren't worth killing, I guess. There's the bits of stair that we fell from.
And all sorts of buttons and knobs and dials and switches and buttons and knobs and dials and switches. Oh, sorry.
And Roman numerals.
Ooh.
Which makes sense because this is Florence,
yeah.
Italy, i.e. near Rome. Okay.
Okay, we got all sorts of drawings.
Can we look at any of these blueprints?
Oh, we found one.
His flying machine, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Clearly it wouldn't have ever worked.
Yeah, that wouldn't have. Flying machine manuscript. Discovered. Okay, there's the one. It's right behind us.
Okay, so that is not open door, or at least not just that is open door.
Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can explore any of the rest of this.
I mean, we can explore the buttons and knobs and dials and switches, but we don't know what any of them do.
Yeah.
But we won't know unless we try things.
Yeah.
A metal container, which seems to actuate the mechanism above. Looks like either this is meant to come down or these are meant to come
slide, yeah.
up. Maybe this entire mechanism becomes a hinge if we set this up correctly, but
Maybe.
I don't see a seam in these larger pieces.
Yeah, I see some scratch marks there, so those slide down, it looks like.
It won't let me access it, but this section is off color.
Yeah.
It's the light's treated differently. If this is meant to generate pressure, there's a leak in the system.
There's a leak in the system somewhere. We gotta fix it.
Okay.
Okay, that frees that. Oh, we got us a cogwheel.
Okay, so that doesn't actually have an impact on this. Okay.
Doesn't matter which way they turn.
If it does, we have no information to tell us which way they need to go.
Oh, we got a...
Yeah, we got a metal spike on
like,
both sides.
On both sides. So they both went up. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Old clue.
Yeah. That doesn't tell us why these turn.
Yeah.
It also doesn't tell us why this pattern is on the pipe, but it looks like that might not actually be a clue, because it's not letting us look close.
Looks like it's more of a design thing.
We can't turn around and face the one.
Okay. What we got here?
What we've got almost looks like a turny puzzle, but
Yeah.
But the parts don't turn yet.
Do you slide those around by the things on the top there?
If these are meant to turn, they're locked in place.
All right. Can you zoom? We'll let you zoom in closer. Okay.
No.
All right. Just throwing out ideas.
Clearly, stuff is meant to line up, but it doesn't yet.
Yeah.
We don't have access. Okay, those are just butt ends of the wood that's holding those pillars in place. What about over here?
What we got here?
Does this cogwheel fit on the other end?
Might.
Let's take a closer look.
Right.
No. It's a rod, not
And doesn't look like there's anything that moves or comes off or anything. Okay.
Don't have a sense of what we're accomplishing here.
Are we accomplishing anything?
One way to find out.
Ah, there we go.
Okay.
So.
I get it.
Yeah.
This engages both wheels.
Right.
But that top facet can't turn at all.
Right, so if you slide it all the way over, nothing moves.
Okay. Shouldn't this be turning this wheel?
That's what I thought. Was wondering.
It was earlier. Okay, so now you'll turn the turn.
Yeah, only when it's halfway over.
Okay, so the rotation just can't get...
Unless we have to find something that goes on that other side to turn it.
Possible. But this tells us what this is doing as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is a much easier problem to solve now that we know what we're actually trying to do.
Yeah. Because we could just adjust everything. Alright.
So that got us
Okay, and they go down on
one hook. Which that releases the top half. Okay, so the other side is the hinge. This is the latch.
Yeah, this is the latch side. Okay, so
now that we know what we're trying to do, but we still can't turn them.
All right, is there anything here that cogwheel can go on to?
No.
Okay.
There's no mechanism here at all. But it looks like something might be meant to slide in from the top.
Yeah.
But we don't have whatever it is yet.
All right. Oh, we got something slidey.
Or at least potentially slidey.
Yeah. Gotta have something in it for it to slide. Oh,
no.
Good idea.
Can't look any. Right, it's willing to give us hints. Oh, hello.
Interesting.
What is this?
Will the cogwheel go into
Will
there?
the cogwheel go in?
Yes, it will.
It's a lock-picking puzzle.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly... So... Okay. So we have to... So some of these need to be lowered, and some of these have to be raised.
Okay, so you have to put that on the ones that you need to move.
And some of these have multiple options for which way they go.
Right.
But this one... Oh, that one does have two options.
Mm-hmm.
So the puzzle here is finding a setup such that the directions everything needs to move end up lining up exactly.
Yeah.
This is the kind of puzzle that feels like it has multiple solutions.
Probably.
I'm aiming to solve as early ones as I can.
Uh-huh.
And then if I need to fiddle with it, I can see more clearly what's going on when I'm almost there.
Yeah.
So now I need one that I can lower.
Like this one.
Oh, no, that needs to be raised. Okay, so which one do I want to raise? I feel like I can't get this one down as far as I need to. So that one's going to be my dump for the ups.
Mm-hmm. Here's your pull down.
Right, that one's already solved. That one will be easier to pull down. This one can go up a couple.
Yeah. One. Up. Down.
And now I know exactly by how many I'm off.
Mm-hmm. Way up by one.
So I need 1 up and 3 down. I need 1 more up, then down to work. Wait. 1, 2, 3 up. 1, 2, 3 down. I think that's a workable plan.
Okay. Alright, make it happen.
Solve for you. And then just keep bringing you down. And bringing you up.
I somewhat, now you
And
have
look at
some-
it now.
Yeah.
They're off by the same amounts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Solve for the combinations.
There are probably multiple solutions. In fact, I'm going to go so far as to say there's almost definitely multiple solutions for a puzzle like that.
Does this help us with everything down below?
It gets us to where the cult people were.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets us more stuff to work with.
Yeah.
And a note.
A note.
We were probably not destined to meet in this time. The sun is already setting, the night is approaching, and I fear that the messenger could not deliver my letter. If you ever get to this place and observe carefully all the indices I left you with, you may be able to open the Gate of Time. The Gate of Time?
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, he's straight up messing with time travel, which makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Doctor Who, the Doctor meets Da Vinci in one episode. In this case, is Da Vinci becoming the Doctor?
I don't know. The Oculi Tempest, which is this thing, has only allowed us to look into the past, but in connection with this machine, it is possible to enter it. They tried to seize my devices, but without success. Therefore, they will need yours to try to change the past in their favor. If you can open the gate, you have to act quickly, otherwise the substance might explode. I hope we meet on the other side. Okay. So Da Vinci either attempted to or did manage to open a portal into the past, and that's what we're trying to activate now?
Could be.
And these guys know it.
Okay, we need to refract light into that so we can see.
There we go. Not well enough. We need a lens or something.
Yeah, we need a lens.
Or we need to mess with its mechanics.
Oh, we got a drawer there.
Yeah. But it doesn't pull on its own.
Nope.
We need to do something to get it open. And there's nothing else down here that we can clickety-click.
Okay.
Empty test file. So we can't see anything because there's nothing left to
Yeah, we
see.
gotta put something in it. Maybe the stuff from that big cauldron downstairs.
Could be.
Oh.
Wheel with 4 handles. And we need a means to lift or put into that.
To open that up. Alright. What else do we got here?
Levels.
Yep.
And we need something to be able to maneuver
We need
this.
some sort of
lever.
handle to put into there. What about that thing down there? Does it maybe bring you to it?
No.
No. Okay.
But we've got 3 inputs, and we've got the 1, 2, 3 downstairs, so I'm guessing they all need to be filled.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay, we've got another box. A fixed chest linked with a shaft to the mechanism. So this isn't going to be mess with a bowl until we solve at least that part of the puzzle.
We have.
Good question. I don't know.
Is that what our big thing goes to? Looks like it's a similar shape.
Okay, it's trying to pull something in from outside.
Yeah.
And it gave us a barrel screw.
Something
Okay.
to smash with?
We can't seem to reach it yet.
Okay. Alright, let's take a look at that barrel screw, see what if there's anything funky about it. Is that gonna go onto that thing on that tabletop that we just saw?
I don't think so. This is an outward
Yeah,
accent,
it doesn't
so
look
was
like
that.
it's gonna fit there.
Lovely stars. Yeah, this is part of the stairway that fell out from under us, and we fell through that one of these holes, I think.
Will that thing fit on something downstairs?
Must do. But what? Wrong
That's
shape.
rectangular, not round. Up there. Those all slide.
This doesn't seem to be the right interface to interact with
Hey,
anything
Prax,
we've
good
got.
to have you here. We're here in the house. Actually, we're no longer in the House of Da Vinci. We're in the
Bell tower next door to the House of Da Vinci.
that none of us that we can't remember the name of off the top. We've already taken care of that
Yeah.
one. We solved that one. We can't remember the name of it off the top of our head. It's been mentioned here in the game. So
We don't have what we need to interact with that. So,
it's
is there anything to do with this lens going on? That's just a torch.
we can see. What about upstairs?
Yeah. We're starting to hit the
There we
where
go.
do I hello?
Hello there.
This is the place where the explosion happened.
Okay, here we go.
So what happened here? This is not one of those satisfying puzzles where you can draw it all in one line,
Yeah.
because every single corner has three connection points, and you can only do it if there are exactly 2 odd numbered connection points or none.
All right.
Okay, so it needs a lever.
We know.
We know
okay.
that. So starting centered.
Yeah.
Move it like that. Pull it. Okay. Oh, I get it. So this is a pouring equilibrium puzzle.
Yeah.
Where the bottom goes, pours out into where the top one goes.
Okay.
So this doesn't actually tell us what happened with the explosion, but it does give us clues going forward.
Yeah.
It tells us what we need to do over there. I had to guess these are our targets.
Yeah.
But we don't have nearly enough to make it work, and we don't have the lens
Don't
either.
have the handle. No, that's not good. Alright, so where can that screw go to? Is there something for us to drop that big weight on? Get a good look at this thing here next.
No, it took us right past it.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
Aha! Methinks I see a
will that
place
go
for the
in
barrel
there?
screw.
Alright.
Click. Lift. Pull the lever! Hey,
That's
it's a
nice something.
six-pointed...
It's to deliver something.
Hey, it's a six-pointed cogwheel. Where have we needed one of those?
Alright.
Ours?
Snatch.
Yoink.
And a wooden box.
Alright.
It's a wooden box. It's got to get opened.
I don't see how yet.
Alright. Is it... Okay.
We might need a key.
Yeah.
Or we just need... No, I think we need a key.
Alright.
Because it's not letting me pull this as a latch.
Yeah.
Or hit it like a button.
Either that or it sits down on that opened up square section.
Could be.
But
there's no indent, but we can
no
try.
indent because of that one spot there, but crazier things have been known to happen. Yeah.
I think it's the wrong size.
Yeah.
Or,
nope.
I don't know. I guess it is. Now it'll let me pull the latch.
See, your dad's right once in a while.
No more than that.
Alright.
Okay.
Perspectograph. It's missing an object to inspect.
And we've got an odd little vial that looks suspiciously like the one we've
Like
already
our
got.
other test vial, yeah.
Nah.
Lens.
I think I know where this goes.
Yep. So do I. One of two spots.
Okay.
Alright, there's nothing for us to look at because it's not looking at anything. Do we want to get that purple bottle?
If
it'll let
we
us?
can. If we can. I don't think we can.
Alright. We need something to look at.
And I have no idea what goes on this. That's a very odd shape.
Yeah.
So I think we need to go downstairs and try to finish the puzzle that we can move forward on now.
Yeah. Back over there. You, over here. Alright, let's get the specs on.
And now that we can move these.
There we go.
And now, flip entirely in the opposite direction. Not quite. Okay, so we need this alone to move.
Mm-hmm. And when we have it in the center, both sides move, right?
Correct. So we need to get it so that two are off, and it's two that can be operated by the same wheel.
Right.
Which we can do if we...
There we go. Now you just keep bringing that all the way around.
If it'll please do the thing.
Yeah. Now we get more green goo going into there.
Another latch freed.
Oh, we got a spill.
We have a sample.
Yep.
And wait. And wait.
Several minutes later.
And we don't have to be able to do the next one in order to make progress anymore. We just need to see what we can see with this vial.
Yeah, so see, and maybe that'll help us figure out how we can maneuver things with the other one.
Going pretty well so far. We haven't had to hit the hint button yet.
Not yet.
Either we're getting the hang of this, or it's getting more tightly focused.
Yeah. Alright. Let's take a gander.
All sorts of triangles.
There.
That was something important.
Yep.
Liquid from reservoir number 3. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
So we can back out of that.
So I don't think there's another.
We may we'll look at the purple one here in a little bit. Okay, it's not letting us take it back, it looks like.
Eventually, I think it has to. Otherwise, what are we even doing?
Alright.
That's
The medallion.
I suspect. Maybe.
What do you suspect?
Before I saw the backside, I was going to say I suspect this has to do with how we get at item number 1. Get at tank number 1.
Yeah.
But now I'm not so certain.
Does
I have
will it
no
go
idea
under
where
there?
it goes.
Nope. Alright.
Can we look into the thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so whatever we're looking at, it has to be on this kind of scale.
Right.
So this is way too small.
Yep. Okay, go back. What's that underneath that paper underneath the letter? Is that anything? No.
That is an ink blot.
Okay. You gotta look at everything.
Hey, sometimes ink blots are important.
Yeah. Alright, is there any... I don't see any scratch marks anywhere where anything slides.
Yeah, I think...
Oh, wait a minute. Go back there. No. I guess that's just light reflect. I thought it was maybe jiggling or something when you clicked on it.
Okay. Time to head back downstairs.
Alright. Will that go into the slide thing over here? Or will it go over here?
It's got to be one of the two, or I have no idea what it's doing. Not this one.
Okay.
And it seems like the wrong backside for the other thing, but it's worth trying.
Yeah.
Let me go. I want elsewhere.
Zoom in on it. Nope. Okay.
No. We're looking for something that grips like this.
Yeah.
And that's not something I think we've seen.
Not yet.
So now we're at the what do point. Current puzzles are as follows. We don't know what this pump is for. We can't get this last latch because we can't figure out how to move this.
Alright, must be something upstairs. Okay, let's look through the time thing. Because there was more than just there, it was over here as well.
Yeah, this was where it was looking.
Yeah.
And it gave us a duplicate of that.
Right.
Now this one can be done without lifting the pencil.
Right. And it brings us back here.
Yeah, this is a duplicate of the other item, but it apparently exploded at some point.
And I don't see the medallion attaching anywhere. Okay.
Continuing our string of puzzles. We don't know what's to be put in here. We can't access the purple thing to put it in here, and therefore we can't access whatever's in this side drawer.
Okay.
We can't even begin to operate this because we're missing a lever.
We're missing that handle.
We have a puzzle here to solve, and we know probably how to solve it, but we can't get access. This is connected to something.
Link with the shaft to the mechanism of the invention.
And we can't get into it.
Underneath.
This stuff is, as far as we can tell, solved.
Appears to be solved. Yeah.
And furthermore, we don't know where this piece goes. So that's the sum total of our current problems.
All right. So.
Too far. Puzzle fun time indeed. But where does the fun time puzzle belong?
Let's go.
Yeah, that's the gap where this was pulled from.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where to go from here.
And none of the pipe things up above at the top here it lets us go to, right? No. Nothing happening there. Okay. And we're done with that one. We're done with that one. We just need this one over here.
Clearly we've missed something.
All right, dumb and stupid question. Let's run the pump to see if we're getting any pressure now, or no, we're still not. Okay. Just being Holmesy in here, eliminating all the things that are false. Because we need at least one gizmo for there, something to go into there, and a handle to pull on the thing. Wait a minute. No. Saw that rounded out spot there, and I thought, maybe?
I mean, I'm guessing that has something to do with how it functions, but it doesn't interact with this piece.
No, it doesn't.
And I haven't seen a socket in the shape of that piece either.
I haven't either.
We're missing something.
Are we not seeing?
I'm going to continue pandering about a bit.
Mm-hmm.
We know it doesn't go on there. We don't have access to this. This won't open until something gets done involving this. This is where we got the lens. There's nothing else visible going on here. Right. There's a second drawer here, but that presumably gets accessed once we do something here.
Mm-hmm.
Bugs me that this chest is giving us no clues.
Yeah.
That this is just forbidden for now until we solve something.
Alright, let's go back over there. Let's not assume that we're done over here.
Nothing hidden in the package.
Nope.
We've already pulled this lever. We can't pull it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright, we may have to go to the clue bucket for this one.
On the right edge of the table is a strange lock. Okay. The right edge, you say?
There we go.
There. That's where this goes.
That's where it goes. Okay.
And that...
Handle. the
is
lever.
a lever handle. So we're looking for that shape.
And I also recognize something on there. The texture.
I think we know where that lever goes. I think we found our maneuvering item for valve number 1.
Yeah.
It's the same as these.
Yeah.
It is indeed.
Alright, so let's get on the specs.
This is going to be a challenge. Because not only do we have to line them up, but we are limited in our options for how to maneuver.
Yeah.
Like, if I assume that the top one is where we eventually want it.
And that will let you go all the way down?
Yes, it will.
There you go.
And we've actually solved it in straight away.
Good job.
I thought that was going to be harder. Alright, now let's see what's inside the giant...
You gotta pull it down first.
Now let's see what's inside this giant orb of doom. A flying machine.
A model of the flying machine. We'll probably need that for something. Probably goes in...
It goes in the observer thing.
Yeah, well...
Look at that string.
Exactly, that's what gave it away to me as well. Now... Alright, now that we have pressure, it's not lighting because it doesn't have fuel. Let's give it fuel.
No?
No.
That's not it. Just to see.
Yeah. Which means we need to go upstairs to the other thing to get the balance right?
Possibly. Let's see if we can.
Yeah. Give it a whirl.
Because if so, then... No, we can't because we don't have the lever.
So we need to do the next thing, which is...
The table.
Yeah.
The look at the funky all over the place flying model.
Yeah.
And it's automatically folding all up for us. How nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright, so now we need to look in the lens to see what we're actually seeing here.
Turny puzzle.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that almost seems to line up, but I feel like that's not quite
Coming up right now. Right. Oh, bring it back. Just does it let you go up and down any at all? There we go.
There's some kind of code. Okay. So this is where it goes.
Hang on.
I am not sure what parts of this are important.
Neither am I.
There's a lot going on.
There.
But it's now locked in place, so...
It's now locked in place. Let's get the pink. Because we can always, if we need to line things up, we can use the picture.
Don't know how much of that was visible on camera, but Dad took a rudimentary screenshot by literally taking his phone to the screen.
Alright. Let's see what happens when we look at the purple juice.
Last time was tetrahedrons. What do we get this time?
Oh.
Tetrahedrons and dodecahedrons.
We got a whole set of dice.
And now we get this side. That goes in the side of the sphere.
Okay.
It seems that Master mixed the substance using an exact ratio of 3 different ingredients. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tetrahedrons. I see only 2 dodecahedrons and 4 dodecahedrons and 2 octahedrons.
Yep.
2 to 4 to 8.
Alright, a golden handle. Let's take a look at it so we can see what the other side looks like.
A familiar shape, I know.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure what it went to.
Yeah. Downstairs!
Trust but confirm.
Downstairs and upstairs, all we need is a lady's chamber, and we get Goosey Goosey Gander, whither dost thou wander? Which, if I remember correctly, ends in someone getting thrown down the stairs by the leg, but hey. Geese are thugs. We all learned that a couple years back. Oh, hello.
Okay.
Okay. I think we now know what those things meant. Kind of. Vaguely. What is... What?
It's creating your ratios.
Okay. And then we've got symbols down here. Which... Okay. And we've got 1s, 2s, and 3s.
Yeah, we saw those symbols here.
In here.
There it is right there.
Okay, but the question is which of these is supposed to be which?
All right, let's see what other symbols we have on this one over here.
All right, we've got
because that one is in the middle.
Okay, so if we assume that where they were on the dragon flying machine, Noongle Hopper is
there we go.
Correspondence to which
and
symbol?
That is and that one is over there. So yeah, we got them in the right order.
All right, and it was 8 to. Okay, which one is octahedrons? Is this the octahedrons? Yes.
Yeah.
So it's 2 to 4 to 8.
Yeah.
So we need to create 2, 4, and 8, which means this is very wrong.
Blank.
So this has to be some combination of blank, 1, and 1.
Yeah.
Okay. This would be feasible if these were lined up.
Yeah.
The only way we can get 8 with this combination is 3 and 3 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
The center has a couple of different options. But these two are the most restrictive because we know that 2 have to match, 1 has to be the odd one out, and we know what all our options are.
Okay. So.
Or theoretically, we could get a 2 and 2 blanks in here. So actually, 8 is the single most restrictive, and we should probably start there.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, are the same options on all of these rotators? Looks like they might be.
Yeah.
So the puzzle is more which one can we get to set up where.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if this is the 3, then this is the 2, and these have to both be blanks.
Yeah.
If this is the 3, then this becomes a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Which means these can't both be 3s.
Right.
So one of these must be the 2, and the top one must be the 3. Logic puzzles. So this is a blank. Therefore, if this is the 3, then this is blank, which means these must either both be 1s or be blank and 2.
2, yeah. All right, so let's try 1 and 1, see how that works.
That gives us a 7 here.
Yeah. Okay.
Which means one of these has to be the 2? But, okay, what are our options on this bottom row? Because either it's 3, 2, or it's 2, 3, and I don't think there's multiple 2s and 3s. Okay, so what if this is 3 and this is 2? Then we get 3.
Go back where you were before. I thought I saw something. Okay. Make this one blank. And then move this one to 2.
Okay, there's got to be a flaw in my logic somewhere.
Okay.
Just because...
Now, what combination we need again is...
2, 4, 8. There has to be exactly 1, 2 in this column, but there's nowhere it can go where this also functions. Okay. From the top. See if it's possible to make this with each of these progressively as the 2. Okay, first off, I'm going to verify that there is in fact only 1, 2, and 1, 3 on all of these rotators. Okay, so there is there. 3 blank 1 blank. The blanks are going to let us get flexible.
Yep.
But yeah, there's only 1 3 and 1 2.
Okay.
So if this is the 2, this is blank, and these have to both be 3s.
Right.
But for these to be 3s, this is 2, these are 2s, and that doesn't work.
And that does not work. So.
Therefore, this must be a 3.
Yeah.
If this is the 2, then that is a 1, and this must also be a 1 in order to get us a 2, which turns this away.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, that can't be the 2, which would mean this one's forced to be the 2, but if that's a 2, that's a 1, and we have 3. Do we have the right numbers?
Let's make sure.
Because either my logic is based on a flawed premise, and I'm not seeing where the flaw is, or we've got the wrong numbers.
Yeah, let's double check our numbers here. And then let's write them down.
There's a flaw in the logic somewhere.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to do this, make it easier for me to visualize. D4s, we have 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
D8, we have 2.
2.
And the D12s, we have 4.
1.
Right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's head back down. So now we have everything written down in front of us.
Leaves us in the same position. Can we get the picture again?
Yeah.
To make sure that these are lining up with what we think they're lining up with. Okay, so this...
Oh, because they're lining up with the shapes there. See. That's next to there, that's next to there, that's next to there.
So this is the D8, which is 2.
Mm-hmm.
The D12 is in the center, which is the 4, and this is the 8.
Yeah. Okay. So the order we need to have
Then
is 2, 4, 8, right? Yeah. Okay.
but we just went through every possibility that gets us 8, and none of them work.
All right. Let's work. Well, let's work the other way. Let's start the other way around. Let's start with one of the other numbers.
Okay. This is 4, which we could get with 1 and 2 and 1, or with 3 and 1 and blank, or with 2 and 2.
Right.
2 we can get with 1 and 1 and blank, or blank and... Okay, so there has to be one blank on this no matter what.
Right.
But that blank is very flexible. I wish we could just change one dial. Why does it say 1 and 2 and 3 here?
Because that matches up with the pumps. That's where they're coming from. Because remember, number 3 was just the signal shape, the green one.
How do we know what's in 1 and 2, which is in 1 and which is in 2?
We don't for sure. All we know for sure is what's in number 3.
So 3 has to be 8. But these could be switched.
Yeah, you're right.
We've proved that what we're thinking can't work, therefore we're wrong.
Therefore we're wrong.
Therefore we're not looking for 2, 4, 8. We're looking for 4, 2, 8.
8.
And we have to switch these symbols.
Yeah.
Otherwise this can't work.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so we need to set this to a combination of 8 that'll let us do it. And it would have given it to us in our experimentations earlier, probably, except we had the symbols set wrong.
Yeah.
So we just have to run through every combination of where the 2 is. Again.
Yeah.
And one of them should line up. Otherwise, I have no idea what's going on. It is possible that I still have no idea what's going on, but...
There we go.
That was it!
And now we're getting the right mixture.
Holmesian deduction strikes again. When you have exhausted the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
Remember the Scarlet Principle. The study in Scarlet.
Okay. Do we have to fire everything up, or is there an order to this?
Don't know if there's an order.
So that's not giving us any hints. It took us around to here, so theoretically there's something.
Now, okay, the pump needle was moved. Look. Let's pump it up.
Okay, now we're getting stuff flowing, at least for now. If there's an order, I have no idea what it is.
Yeah,
so I'm just firing
not
them all.
showing us any order. All right.
So we just need to fire off enough of them.
Yeah. And now this thing finally opens.
Okay. We're back on track.
All right, may as well fire the other one.
Yeah, sure.
Not sure if it'll do anything.
I guess we just had to fire off the right one.
Yeah. No way to know. It's just a random elimination.
Keep trying until you find the right one.
Yep.
Okay.
Or you keep on doing until you do enough of them, one or the other.
Yeah.
Either way, we got it. So.
That one stayed inflamed.
All
and
right.
the rest didn't. Okay, it did a thing. Now what? Did it close because I pulled the last one?
May have. Do we ever gotta reload it? Okay, I screwed us up. I'll admit it. I screwed it up.
I asked.
Pump it up again.
And then we find out whether it's enough of them or the right one.
Yeah. Well, why don't you just go right for that one and
exactly. That one is staying lit. So I think that's significant.
All right, let's go up and see.
Please be open, please be open, please be open, please be open.
Yep.
What? Okay, it started to do a thing, but we still can't access it. Do we have to fire them in a specific order?
That's what I'm wondering now.
Okay, so we fire them off until we get the correct order. So 5 is first.
Okay. There's no clue on the picture here, so I think we're done with it.
Yeah.
All right. And that shuts that down.
Okay,
right.
so we don't have to fire them all before trying again.
No. Okay, that's a no. I'm trying to see if there's any kind of numerical pattern, but no. Okay, there we go.
5,
5, 3.
If there is a pattern, 1 would be next. So of course it isn't.
Yeah.
I keep backing out. I don't need to back out.
All right. Once again. 5,
5, 3. Let's try 2.
2.
No.
Nope. Okay.
5, 3, 4.
Nope.
What did we just do?
I don't know.
Can we recover the lamp?
It was supposed to fall off. All right.
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
All right. Well, we just don't do number 4 again. If ever. Okay.
But that's the
All right,
last...
did we go up after we did 5 and 3?
No.
Okay, let's do 5 and 3 again. What?
Oh, no. Right, yeah. Of course, they're not fired, so it's not going to be even partly open.
Yeah. So let's go back down, do 5 and 3 only. Maybe it's just those two and nothing else.
And maybe the lamp falling off is your cue to stop.
Could be.
If
One
not,
way to find out.
because if not, I don't know what to do.
All right, let's head up.
Okay, so we've got 2 of these sparking now. Looks different.
Yep.
A new lamp.
A new lamp. All right.
I would say that's too perfect, but we have explicit time travel as a thing.
Yeah.
Granted, it's to the past and not the
Yeah,
future.
we may
but...
bootstrapped ourselves in this game. We'll find out where we've... Oh, let's put this in here because we know it's going to fall off later.
Freaking Leonardo.
All right.
But we know what one is next, what one has to be next, because 6 didn't work. Four. Not 6.
All right.
This is giving the red robe guys a lot of time to watch how we do this. 5, 3, 4, 1, 2, 6.
There we go. We did it.
Okay.
What now? Yeah, good question. We go upstairs and see... Oh, we got to go upstairs and...
Do the liquid thing.
We still got to find the handle to get the liquid so we can set the liquid balance, right?
Yeah. That's going.
Is there anything else? Yep, there it is.
Now that we've opened it fully.
Yep.
There's the lever.
There's the lever we want.
Okay. Okay. Oh, right, and that's the pole. Okay, so that dumped everything.
Yeah.
But what's our goal?
And, well, we got to go back. Let's go look at the vision again.
Let me... Okay.
Because we have to get it even. Because eventually we get them even. All right.
Not certain we did. I think it started even.
Right.
Yeah, it started with...
Get the wheel all the way back.
Yeah. It started with 4 and 4 and 4.
Okay.
Then it maxed out 3. Then it's 5, 4, and 3. Is that how much liquid we currently have?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, so we gotta move some stuff around.
Right. Top is pour into.
Yeah, there.
That maxes out that. So it's a pour in, pour out puzzle.
Yeah.
And
That
the
doesn't
goal...
matter. Is it just a one single distance for the pole? You can't like partially do or anything like that?
It's pour everything you've got into, it looks like.
Okay.
So the puzzle is to get 4 units into the center.
Yeah.
If you do that, you can solve the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start like these puzzles often do. I think I see how it's done.
Okay, go for it.
If I pour these 2 into the first slot, what have I got? Enough space for 3.
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
I need to pour from here into here, and that'll give me 4.
Okay.
But to do that, I need to fill it up first.
All right.
All the way. So now I pour 3 units from here into here.
Bingo.
Pull the lever!
Pull the lever. And here we go.
Oh boy.
An
And an assassin. And they're following us.
Back into time.
Okay.
Having wandered some distance among gloomy rocks, I came to the entrance of a great cavern. 2 contrary emotions arose in me, fear and desire. Fear of the threatening dark cavern, desire to see whether there were any marvelous things in it. Leonardo da Vinci.
Okay.
And that brings us to the end.
Okay.
House of Da Vinci Part 1.
Well, that was intense ending.
Yeah. And our family supporting us in this adventure.
I feel like at that point, at the end, the wiser move on behalf of the apprentice might have been to just not start the time machine. Because if you just don't start the time machine...
Post-credit stuff.
It broken.
Shattered. Finished the House of Da Vinci in 7 hours, 13 minutes, and 15 seconds. As Master Leonardo da Vinci once said, "Art is never finished, only abandoned." We promise that the game art from Blue Brain Games will continue to be developed. Our joint adventure is just beginning.
Ooh, boy.
Alrighty. That off of the screen.
Back to game shift tab thing at
There
the top.
it is. Oh, there we go.
Main menu.
Main menu. Here we go.
I'm pretty sure we missed a couple of pages for the achievements. But
Let's go to the achievements to see.
yeah, that was... Wow.
That was an intense ending.
So we made it through the portal. No word on how the assassin did. Yeah, so we missed 2 pages.
We missed 2.
Probably don't need to go back for him, though.
Alright, let's go back to the main menu.
So, I know we said if it went too long, it might not be worth looking into the next one, but...
I'm wanting to now.
At least see how it starts.
Yeah. Alright, let's quit there.
A preview of things to come.
Alright, now. Come back over here. Steam. There it is. House of Da Vinci. Oh, not installed. I thought I had it installed. That may be a rate limiting step. Let's see how long it takes.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Alright, we'll switch to this screen as it goes.
Yeah, so that was...
That's only going to take about 8-10 minutes. That won't be long.
So Da Vinci is a time traveler now.
Interesting. So I guess...
Are they saying this is where he got all his ideas? Because so far they're saying time travel seems to only go backwards.
Yeah, I was going to say, did he go forward in time to get his ideas? But doesn't sound like that's the case here.
Yeah. Sounds like they can only move backwards, which leaves the open question of, okay, you've sent your operative to change time, now what?
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
Can you get back to their present, still our past?
Mm-hmm. Alright. It's only going to be another 3 minutes. This isn't going to take long.
Yeah, so... Seen Da Vinci called a visionary, but this is kind of the reverse of that.
Mm-hmm.
Da Vinci got as far as he did by explicitly being part of the movement that was like, you know how the classical texts are saying all of these things? How about maybe we start thinking, could they be wrong? And the Renaissance was a lot of focus on classical aspects and how they got stuff, but I believe it was mentioned earlier that Da Vinci's anatomy studies were not necessarily done by in vogue things, shall we say?
Yeah.
So it's not until the Enlightenment that that kind of thing becomes really mainstay.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and looking at any of Michelangelo's art, you can kind of see the effects of that, especially looking at his paintings of women.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, them approaching the classics of thought and ideas, and it's not unlike what's the revolution in medicine today, going with evidence-based medicine rather than this is what we've used. Yeah. It's always worked, therefore we use it. So, whereas now everything has to have you need to have evidence behind it in order to make the guidelines and stuff like that.
The Renaissance, there was a heavy focus on the classics, but also in looking into how did we do it, and hey, we're discovering new ways to make things look good.
Mm-hmm.
A rebirth of classical Greek and Roman ideas, but done with different spins. It's the Renaissance, and it's a combination of Rome and the Renaissance that leads us to our image of Greek sculptures as these big marble statues. And for one thing, if it's marble, it's not Greek. It's Roman. Greek statuary was bronze. The problem with bronze statuary is it's very easily melted down when the political winds shift and you no longer want an 8-foot-tall statue of your rival who you just publicly beheaded in the streets.
Especially if you need to make shields and spears.
Or a statue of yourself.
That too.
Either way, bronze is too easily recycled. Which is why a lot of these things we only know because Romans were making copies of the things out of marble. For another thing, a lot of them were painted. Yeah, it's not
the statues?
Plain, yeah,
the marble statues were?
Yeah, it wasn't always just plain white marble and plain bronze. They've been looking into it, and you can find, especially on those marble copies, traces of the pigments that were used. And you can find it and sometimes getting more and more frequent, people are digging up, okay, we're going to make a cast of this statue and then paint it with the colors that we're finding. And this gives kind of a cartoon carnival effect on some of them because you know they used red.
Yeah.
You don't know what shading techniques they did with that red. No. So some of them are flat color without much shading, but look at the paintings that are coming from this era. They knew how to use shading.
Yeah. They knew how to do it.
Yeah. They knew how to, but the Renaissance doesn't have that kind of technology to pull out, oh, there was paint on this thing once. So they just saw the plain white marble with the paint long gone. And we're like, this is their aesthetic. Okay, let's run with it. It is the Renaissance that popularized that idea. Rome painted their statues.
All right. And with that little art history lesson, let's go into House of Da Vinci 2. Let's see what Blue Brain has for us here.
New profile.
All right, we are set to go. So that must be us. That's Da Vinci, and I wonder who's that? Patron or something?
In Potentia.
All right, here we go. For Castello Intense, Ferrara. What city would we know that as?
I don't know.
Oh, Prax, are you still around?
I don't know. Okay. Whoever we are, dirty to hand.
We're imprisoned.
In prison. Are we the same character?
Don't know. Hold down left mouse button and drag around. Look.
Guard.
Or Inquisitor.
We have a delivery.
A leather case.
Message.
A mysterious letter.
We never did find out who Sam was that was threatening Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Read the following lines carefully, because this letter is your path to freedom. Only on the other side of these walls can your name be cleared. We arrange that the guard won't be watching the area surrounding your cell for the time being. You should know that you won't get this chance again. Don't worry. We are on your side. You will find your way out at the end of this letter.
Alright.
Zoom in, double click the door. Let's get a better angle on the door and then double click.
Okay.
Oh, it's giving us a magnifying glass. When we were zoomed out, it gave us a magnifying glass to show that we could zoom in here. Move the key from the inventory to the rivet. Oh, the key is a wrench.
Okay. There. There we go. And now we put the key in the lock. Alright, we're busting out of this joint.
We drew keys all over the inside of the...
Yeah.
Yeah. It's showing us where we can and can't go. Hatch is too heavy.
Okay. Oh, I didn't want to go that far back.
Okay, we can't touch the ring. Can we touch the coil on the wall? I think we'd need more length.
Okay. Oh, wrong spot. Come on.
We were able to get it part way up. Alright. That's looks to be as far as we can go. Is there anything inside of our cell that can be helpful to us?
I don't know.
Why is that one brick on the wall different?
Good question.
Oh, it's because it's protruding like the ones on the near wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything in here? Pick up the spoon. We've been here a while.
Yeah. Just look at those images to see if they mean anything.
They could be people.
Yeah. Alright.
Wait.
What?
Go back to the shackle and the trapdoor.
Okay.
When you were holding the spoon and you dragged it over the manacle, it gave you a different icon on the... Okay, that might be the manipulate the thing, but... Yeah.
Alright, that's gotta mean something because it's different than what's.
Is it trying to ask you to partly open the trapdoor, jam the thing in, and then go for it?
I don't know.
Like, does just clicking the trap... So that has to be off the trapdoor for you to even try. So can you open it part way and leave it? Instead of lifting it all the way. Okay, so it just falls down.
Alright, is there anything else in here? Oh, what do we got here?
That might open the barrel. That piece on the top looks like something.
Yeah. I was just making sure everything was there. Okay.
Okay. Does the thing just go on top?
That's what I'm wondering. It's not gonna let me move. Alright.
Okay, it's giving you a hand on the pedals. Can you push them in? Okay. Not what I expected.
There we go.
And now... part of a torture device. Ah. A torture device.
Alright.
I don't want to know how it was used. I just don't. But if I had to guess, if it
Perfect.
And now we use the coil to lift it.
Yeah.
Spoon.
Yep.
The spoon is mightier than
Novel
the pin.
craftsman. Prepare the winch in the first chapter.
The spoon is mightier than the pin.
Alright. Okay, it's gonna fall forward for us.
And the door turns into a ladder. How nice.
Yep. And into the sewers and catacombs we go. Alright.
Oh, the stacks. How encouraging.
Alright.
Puzzle box. We know how to work with these.
Go there, you go there, you go there.
And the front falls open. Gold and silver plated object.
There's a
Back's
couple
got a
of
couple of tiny
square
pegs.
pegs on the back.
And I think we know right where it goes.
Yep.
A letter.
A note. Giacomo, you might find the events awaiting you strange and unfathomable. Accept them as they are. You will understand everything later when we meet. You must trust me. It is time to turn the wheel of time and change not only your own destiny. In the box in front of you is a device that will allow you to peer into the past. And through your feats, there you will influence the present. Use it with deliberation. Giacomo, you do not know me yet, but I have known you for a long time. I am here and I will help you. A friend.
Okay, so we may or may not be the same person. But we're definitely caught up in the same events.
Yep. Oh, what we got here?
A little cone. Seems like it might just go in the top there.
Only because I'm always suspicious of anything that we get.
Yeah.
Alright.
Springs.
Alright.
Okay. Looks like you've got to line the bottom up with the very bottom and the top up with the very top.
Okay.
You've got 2 turning rings.
Alright, so we need to first...
I think that's where the bottom
There
goes.
we go.
That might be the right half of the moon.
There we go.
An orb.
Now Enzio from Assassin's Creed pops out. No, I'm sorry, wrong game. Click the icon to activate the Oculus Perpetua.
Oculus, eyepiece, Perpetua, probably perpetual. You can see a portal that will take you into the past to get closer. Left click anywhere. Rays appeared around the portal as if reacting to the proximity of the Oculus. Hold down the left button in the middle until it draws you into the past.
Where is there? There it is. Okay. And time is frozen.
Now that's a gargoyle.
I can see that time isn't flowing in the past and that the bridge under the gargoyle isn't broken. I could use this somehow.
No. Another momentary art history lesson. That is what a gargoyle is. Gargoyle is derived from the same word as gargle, as in like gargling spit, etc.
Bridges of the past.
Those big ugly statues that don't also have the purpose of being a drain pipe are in fact called grotesques. So technically the things that Quasimodo was talking to in the Disney version of the Hunchback are not gargoyles.
Unbelievable. Stopping the water from flowing in the past caused the bridge to remain intact in the present. The portal is closed, so I should continue in the present.
Interesting mechanisms here.
A stone head.
Yeah, if that were part of a statue, it'd be part of a grotesque because it's not serving the dual purpose of being a drain pipe.
Okay, it's going to go into something somewhere. Like there?
Very well could be. Looks about the right shape.
Yep. But we don't go that way, we go this way. It's winter.
Yeah. Oh.
Graphics are great here. Alright. The other side of this. The door just opened.
You were saying about Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, he's got the green robe like what we had on earlier. And who is this?
Our guy from the first page. We are not skipping dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
We got out of jail. I'd say
I
we
think
already
he's
know.
about to make us an offer we can't refuse.
For fear of being thrown right back into prison.
Okay.
I think we might be the same person then.
Yeah, very well could be.
Mm-hmm.
Let us think about it. Okay, what do you want? Because the other guys were in the same color robe that we were wearing it when we fell at the end.
Yeah. So either that's who we were or we're still the same character.
Yeah.
We don't know. Oh, you stinker. You're Sam, aren't you? Okay, this has got to be Sam.
Yeah. I think we're about to become a mole. Of course. Who else?
There's quite a lot that I could say about this guy, but none of it is worth repeating.
Because he was the BEEG guy in the Assassin's Creed. A friend of mine, Pathetic Wolf, has been doing the Assassin's Creed trilogy.
And there's a reason they picked this guy. It is not an ill-deserved reputation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Borgia's reputation precedes itself.
Castello Encefrar.
Zoom in, double click, right click to zoom out, hold down on that button. Boop.
He's got an automatic door. Or a very well-informed servant.
Great escape.
Yeah, we just got out of prison. Not a bad thought.
Yep. Alright, from Ferrara to Milano. Alright, and I think with there, we'll go ahead and end it. That's a good spot to cliffhanger it.
Well, we know who Sam was. Which means we also know who sent the guy in the green robe.
Yep.
But we still have the open question of what's with the red robe guys.
Uh-huh.
Were we hallucinating? Or are there multiple parties involved now?
Who knows?
Not us.
So with that, that'll bring us to the end of a very interesting edition of Family Night at the Emporium, as we will phase into the House of Da Vinci 2 next week. That worked out real good as an intro.
Yeah.
It was a nice little way.
Holy cow.
Way to end. That worked out good to intro us in. So, schedule, we're going to go find someone to raid, but schedule for the rest of the week is Wednesday night at around 7:30 or 8 p.m., depending on how my work schedule fluctuates, will be Baldur's Gate 3, as we are working our way through our story, The Legend of Ben de Mustaine, our gold dragonborn paladin, as he is leading his party as we try to complete the story of Baldur's Gate 3. And currently we are in Astarion's boss's his castle. We are trying to defeat the guy who's trying to become an ascendant vampire. We tried it before. I tried it last week and we failed, so we are going to try it again.
Raging vampires, man.
Yeah, I will gather up as much garlic as I can, and we will go into that. We will go into that Wednesday night. Saturday afternoon, hopefully, we will be doing Scion: Birth of the New Gods over on Simon the Wandering DM's channel, as our demigods are in the land of the dead, as we're trying to preserve the land of the living by keeping the underworld from being destroyed. We're currently in the Japanese hells right now, and we have to do some DIY. I don't think there's a Lowe's or Home Depot down there that we can get parts for to try to fix things, but who knows what we're going to have to do to fix things. We unionized some demons last time we were in there, so who knows what it's going to take to...
Maybe you'll find a Menards.
That's a possibility. So we'll find out what happens there, hopefully Saturday afternoon. And then Saturday night, 8 p.m., will be Grappler's Keep, our WWE 2K24 universe, or number characters from all of your favorite tabletop RPG genres compete in a ring that we call the Dice Tray. We have our newly crowned men's bearer of the Hunter's Mark, and we have our lady has successfully born at once, and we will be back to our full regular onslaught of matches, as we're only just a few weeks away from our next premium live event. That would be Melee Madness, our version of the Royal Rumble. The winner of each of the men's and women's Royal Rumble will be guaranteed a title shot at the big end of season premium live event, Dice Mania. So we're looking forward to that, and then we'll be back here on Monday with more fun as we try to see what Cesare Borgia is going to try to make us do to Leonardo da Vinci in House of Da Vinci 2.
Right, if you want... I'm working on transitioning into the Discord, but...
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Go for it.
If you want to talk about any of the things you'll see on this channel, whether that be wrestling, Leonardo da Vinci, or just whatever you so choose. We are on Discord, and you can come and stop by there. We've also got a very special place there called the Prayer Closet. In this household, we believe in the power of prayer. We believe it is real. We've seen it work, and too many times for it to just be rubbed off as coincidence. So if you want that kind of spiritual support and you've got something that needs prayer, just drop us a line there and let us know what's going on. If you'd rather the entire internet not know about your personal problems, you can just use the praying hands emoji. We'll take that as what's called an unspoken request. We don't need to know what's going on in order to pray for you. God already knows what's going on, even if we don't.
So please take advantage of that if you would like that kind of spiritual support. We're going to go raid our good friend Laugh Love Lindy. They've got their D&D sessions going on with the new batch, which is set in Exandria, which is the homebrew world of Critical Role, if I can get my tongue back working here. So we're going to go raid them. So until next time, everyone, may green be the grass below you, may blue be the sky above you, may straight be the path before you, and warm be the hearts that love you. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
It is the best Twitch channel that is secretly an old-timey ice cream parlor on either side of the Mississippi, or the Rockies. And you should hear about the specials. Monday nights is Bonnie's Bonbons, cream extravaganza with all the float sodas and sundaes you can shake a stick at. I can shake a stick at quite a lot of Sundays. But there is also a Fudge Rodin Sunday special on Tuesdays, and the famous 1, 2, 3 parfait on Wednesdays, where wrestlers meet up in the squared circle to work out their differences with some healthy wrestling-style fisticuffs. It is all good, clean fun. Hawkeye's old-time gaming emporium. Their milkshakes bring all the gamers to the yard, and their content is more exciting than any Nickelodeon. Take your horse and buggy to their address, twitch.tv/KY Hawkeye.
Been a Diet Water production.